In this video, we will show how a RAC reviewer can review and score an application. To do this, as a RAC reviewer, I will log into the GMS system and select the Reviewer app. I will only see this one application as this is the only data that is pertinent to me. By selecting this, it will take me to the Reviewer dashboard. From here, I can see my approval records, so any application I need an approval on, as well as my application review records. This is the scoring tied to the application. On the left-hand side as well, if I select projects, I can see any project or application that is tied to my team. So I can see here are all Region 2 team applications. I am in Region 2. Clicking into application reviews, I can see any draft application reviews, so anything I have started but have not finished. If I change to my application reviews, I can see anything that I have submitted. And in the approvals, I can see anything that is awaiting my approval here. So we'll start with the reviewer dashboard, starting with the My Approvals section. I'm going to sort this to see the most recent project here. And I can see that I have an approval in the regional team review for DeCarlo Company. So I will open up the project by clicking the title. Once it's open, I will see that it is in the application review information tab here. I can see that I am the only reviewer. I can see an application review score has not been submitted yet. And then I can see my approval, that is, it is in a ready for approval stage. From here, I can then walk through the application to then score, have the ability to score it. By selecting through the tabs, I can see more information here. All the fields will indicate a locked symbol, meaning I cannot edit them, but I can see them. By toggling through, I can see certain information in each tab. Once I'm done reviewing the application and I'm ready to score or approve it, if I have a score to input as a RAC reviewer, I can come down here to the application review section. I'm going to click refresh one more time here. On the application review section, I can then see this add new application review record. If there is no score, I can bypass this whole piece and just approve my approval record. But in this case, we're going to create an application review record. To do that, I will select Add New Application Review. It'll then take me to the application review record where I can just click Save here. Let's just save the record now. Okay. We'll notice that each field there is in parentheses the allotted points for each value. If I exceed those points, I will get an error underneath saying that, nope, it can only be within those values. On top of this, there is also the scoring rubric that I can access. On an application review record, and only on the application review record, I can navigate to the scoring rubric by selecting the Help icon here in the top right. That will then allow a side panel to appear with scoring rubric. I can then select scoring rubric. That will then open a new tab to the SharePoint file for the scoring rubric. I can see total possible points and those allotted points for each category. I can keep that up in a separate tab and switch back and forth if needed. Otherwise, I can go in here and score this application. For this sake, we're just going to put in 5s across the board and make it simple for us. This score is dependent on the responses in the application, all contingent on what the RAC reviewer identifies as those scores. Once I'm done, I can click Save. I'll see that that review status now becomes unlocked and I have a total score. From there, I can then submit the review record. In this case, I will not submit. I'm going to keep it in a draft state and we're going to say I forgot to submit it. When I save and close, I will then be taken back to the project or the application. From here, if I do the score and I forget to submit my score, but I'm continuing to move on, the next step would be to approve my approval record that is in a ready for approval state. To do this, I can click Approve in the top ribbon here. I will then select OK and then select OK once more. From there, if I refresh my approvals, I will see now it is an approved state. If I refresh one more time, I will notice that it was set back to a ready for approval state. This is because it found an application review record with a score that has not been submitted yet. We can see again that it's only my score at 55, so the average reviewer's score is 55. If more records were added in here, more reviewers submitted scores, we would see that average score change. But in order to move forward, I need to submit this review record. So I can do that by double-clicking into the line item. On my application review, I can select review status and set that to submitted, and then save and close. From there, I can see that my review record has been submitted, and I can try one more time to approve this project. So by doing that, I can now come up here and click approve, click OK on the pop-ups. Now I can refresh this record and I can see it's in an approved state. And if I refresh one more time, I see that it stays in an approved state. From there, that application review now will fall out of my draft, right? I won't see that I had anything for it. And then that my approvals will no longer appear in my view. So if I select that reviewer dashboard, it'll appear but as a approve. So if I change this to Z to A, it falls out of my queue as it has been deactivated with an approval status.